My people, a lot is happening in the political zone. If you are opportune to be in a particular position to rule your people, my people, I will say rule them very well, because at the end of the day, whatever you do as at the time you are leading your people will come back on to you, my people. As at the time that Peter Obi was Anambra State governor, my people, he actually did some things that a lot of people are saying that he did this and he did that, and he is accountable for everything that he did, and there are obvious evidence of everything that he actually did in Anambra State, my people. Coming to what is happening now, what is trending, my people, the video Mahi lambast and even slam Peter Obi in one of the viral videos that most people have actually seen. I've seen the video and I've shown everything. I will show you everything in this video with the country voice of DELE FAROTIMI. DELE FAROTIMI has finally ignited a fire in the obedience and all the citizens of Nigeria that are still blind that this present administration are going to take Nigeria to the next level. My people, he ignited the fire that a whole lot of people are actually saying that this is the right thing for Nigerians to do. Revolution everywhere has been talking about revolution, my people. You will see the reason why Nigeria needs to go for the revolution at the end of this video. You will be happy that you watch this video at the end of the day, my people. I want you to stick to this screen to see everything that DELE FAROTIMI said about this same David Umahi and the other people and other politicians that are in this present administration, that they think that they want to take Nigerians to the next level, and Nigerians have already seen that this present administration only have the purpose of crumbling the country, because you will see everything that is happening in the electricity and the petrol and everything. You see there's no light, there's no food, there's scarcity, there's poverty in the country. Is this the administration that says that you want to take Nigeria to the next level? Obviously no, my people. A whole lot of Nigerians are saying that they did not vote for that man in power, that's the reason why they don't even want to listen to everything that he's doing, and they believe that he's not going to take Nigeria to the next level. My people, I want you to stick to this video and watch it to the very end. You to see the slamming response of DELE FAROTIMI in this video. I want you to stick to the video, my people. Share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. After the video, I'm going to show you the video, and after the video we come back and wrap up, my people. Stick to your screen and see everything, my people. Stay connected.
Welcome back to Lagos TV show.
The whole of crime scene
is happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happiness in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome you to Lajupok TV show, where we bring you political, celebrity, and religious gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do where to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trending video.
To some of the comments made by my brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, I'm not supposed to comment about it because some people have already done the work, and I saw what Arise brought, the say courtesy channel, and they were bringing, similar scenario when His Excellency Peter Obi was governor, and he made a statement. He said any infrastructure that stands on the way of road construction must go, and there will be no compensation paid, quote and unquote. That's what he said. But look at me, by the human face of Renewed Hope Agenda administration, we are even paying for people that are illegally staying on the coastline and do not even have, valid infrastructure and valid documents. That is messy. That is messy. Some people darken counsel without knowledge. There is devil in details. When you bring judgment, when you condemn people, you bring judgment upon yourself, and that's what he has done. And I think he's inciting some of the Southeast people that are not well informed. He's inciting them, and he gets them into trouble, and he doesn't go to fight for them. Wisdom is a defense. We know money is a defense, but wisdom gives life to those that practice it, and I want our people to have wisdom, because I'm involved, and there is no humanity method to landmark. That matter should be buried because I was there. And so we fought everything possible. Even people donated their right of occupancy to save his two big infrastructure, and that he should show, appreciation. But some people have taken on it alongside with him to play politics. Some people are already very bitter. Why should it be President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is the one to develop this coastal road. Oh, it will be a lasting legacy for generations to come. That is just their own distance. So they look for an avenue to attack. But it's all about darkening counsel without knowledge. And I'm very happy that the president has directed me to begin the design of one of the, spurs linking to this coastal route, and that is the Sokoto to Badagry. That was conceived by the President Shagari administration. It's going to connect the ongoing route, Lagos-Badagry route, that is being done by federal government and state government. There is also another route, which is the Enugu-Abakaliki-Ogoja Cameroon African Trans-Sahara route. The coastal road is also going to connect it.
I have spoken variously to the fact that Nigeria is lacking in leadership, and that the most charitable word that might be used in describing those who have been saddled with the affairs of Nigeria is to call them rulers. But even rulers have tended to be visionary, but the ones who ruin Nigeria are better described as ruiners, only thinking or caring about things that are happening now or are related to a particular group. That is what generally defines myopic persons. So you find that from inception, Nigeria has been generally ruined by persons who have almost always focused on narrow, selfish, short-sighted interests, even when their interests have not been completely selfish, as in focused on themselves and their immediate family, which has led to the coinage of words such as prebendal. What you find is that they focus on ethnic groups or they focus on religious groups. And in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious society like ours, a focus on narrow interest has always been at the cost of the Commonwealth. So what you find is that almost all of the time, those who have been saddled with the task of superintending the Nigerian state have been persons who have concerned themselves only with very narrow issues, narrow interests, and have ignored and neglected or even sacrificed the Commonwealth and what is good for all. The unfortunate thing is that those who have ruled and ruined this country have never managed to remember the fact of their mortality, and being unable to remember that they will die one day, they have rarely ever envisioned the future and built towards it. You have to also be able to plan beyond your own lifetime, understanding that if it is truly visionary, your lifetime will never be enough to achieve the goal. You can only lay the foundation blocks for the future that you see. The resources of their republic towards achieving the vision, however much you might quarrel with the vision. To achieve anything of significance, you must be able to think in a futuristic manner. Look at Nigeria and the rail system that we have built. To build the rail system that we have built, we have not at any point thought in a futuristic manner. The Nigerian rail system is something that had been built in more advanced countries since the 50s and 60s. To go to Ibadan from Lagos, you need 2 hours, 40 minutes. This is the same distance that in some country would not take more than 30, 45 minutes at the most. So instead of building for the future, we have built what was in the past. We're copying. There is nothing original about our rail system, but we are not even copying what is modern and what is new. We are simply copying what used to be in the past. And we are incurring huge debts in order to achieve this. The absence of vision has provoked a situation where we have dissipated our Commonwealth. A country where the rulers are able to envision would not be one where you are building a coastal road from Lagos to Calabar at the cost of 4 billion naira for a kilometer. It shouldn't be. It wouldn't be. The only thing that has proven to be futuristic about the ruiners of Nigeria has been their capacity to steal. Yaya Bello was paying school fees 10 years ahead of time from stolen commonwealth. If instead of stealing this money, he had built schools that his own children would be able to attend years after he had left the government house, we will not be having a situation where the white lion will become the white mouse. But this is where we are as a people because of a failure to envision. The absence of vision promotes sybaritic obsessions. You find that in the absence of vision, because vision constrains resources. If you go back to Habakkuk 2 verse 3, it says, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it. So there is a part where you are denying yourself because you are focused on vision. Write it down, make it plain, that those who read it might run with it. For them to read it and run with it, one of the first things that they would have to do is to constrain their resources. When you know that you are building for the future, you do not dissipate the wealth in the moment. You keep that wealth in the knowledge that you have more important things to do with that money. You don't go buying jeeps. Progressively, the Nigerian legislative arm have bought itself creature comfort, and the poorer the country has become, the more refined their sybaritic tastes have equally become. They have not focused on the future because they are too busy consuming in the moment. A country that does not have money to spend on education, it was meant to set aside 5 billion for education, for the loans board, student loans board. That same country has spent 90 billion on Hajj subsidy. The country that cannot build healthcare facility has 90 billion to spend on Hajj. And as they are spending on Hajj, you can be sure that they will spend on Christian pilgrimage to Lebanon. Most of the time, the Jews in Israel, they don't even want to see us. They are not welcoming of Christian pilgrims. But you take that money, you take it to Jordan, you take it to Lebanon, and yet you do not have the money to spend on more important things like education.
Now, my people, welcome back from the video. You could see what David Umahi said here in the video. He said a whole lot of things, but from what he said, I want to point out some things to you about the landmark that was actually destroyed just because of the Lagos Calabar coastal road that they are trying to build presently. You see that particular position, that particular portion of land given to landmark was actually given to those people by the government. If they should look at it, if they should investigate it very well, you will see that it's one of these government agents that are working with the government that actually issued that land to the landmark, that for that place to have that building there. And at the end of the day, now that they want to construct, and they know very well that that particular portion of land given out to the landmark is already on the road. And is actually situated on the road. Why then did you give out the land? Why then did you give out the land to a particular person? And you know that particular portion you are giving out is on a road that at the end of the day they are still going to build a federal road on it, and it will cost that building, it will cost the person that owns that building, the building and everything, and the fortune and all the people that are actually employed to be working in landmark. You could see now that they will come back at the end of the day, they will come behind the person and tell it to the whole world that they never knew that this particular place was issued out to somebody, or it was not issued out to somebody. And he's saying it now that at the end of the day, now that they know that they are going to clear out the building, or they are going to destroy that landmark, that at the end of the day they are still compensating them. What is your compensation going to do? You know, your compensation cannot go a long way for that particular place. Let's just take for instance that the building was not destroyed. Do you know how much the person would have made in the space of a month or 2 months? How long can your compensation go for that person that you destroyed? Is personal business. You know, there are a lot of Nigerians that are being employed there that will be working there. This is a government that has not even provided opportunity, like a job opportunity for a lot of Nigerians, and they are the one even destroying some means of livelihood for citizens of this country. And you will see what DELE FAROTIMI said now. He said a whole lot of things concerning all these things that is going on. Look at the likes of Yahaya Bello embezzled a whole lot of money, and he wanted to use it to train his children in school. This is the same school that you could have built in that state, and at the end of the day, your children will benefit from that particular building or that particular school that you've built in your state. But what he wants for himself is all this selfishness. You know, most of our politicians here in Nigeria, what they want is this kind of selfishness in such a way that they don't want any other person to prosper. They don't want any other person to be rich. They don't want any other person to be wealthy. They just want all the riches. They want it all for themselves. That is the only reason why somebody can actually think out of his head to go and drop a huge sum of money into another school. And you will see that everything that is going on in this country shows that this our government do not have us in mind. They do not take the citizens of this country seriously. They take the citizens of this country seriously. There are all these criminalities and shenanigans that they are doing. They will not even think of perpetrating all this evil. And at the end of the day, David Umahi has the mouth to open and said that this same Peter Obi said in his status at the time he was the governor of Anambra State that any building that is found on the road will be destroyed and without no compensation, because at the first place you are not even supposed to think of building your house on the road. It's obviously trying to justify their own reasoning for destroying that landmark, and you could see that a whole lot of Nigerians are saying that instead of building that particular road, why don't you just try and repair a whole lot of lands in the country? You could see one of the viral videos where a tanker that is taking petrol actually fell over. You see, just because of these potholes and the bad roads that we have in this country, just because of the bad roads, there are numerous bad roads in this country, and I think it's high time that we Nigerians need to come together and go for this revolution, because this revolution is the only thing that can save Nigeria presently. With everything that these politicians are doing, they are doing it in such a way that they don't believe that Nigerians can come together and fight for their right. You understand? With the recent doings that is actually with the recent chaos on Instagram, where you see Davido and Wizkid and everybody, they are bantering each other, it means that we citizens of country, we have misplaced priority. We're not even supposed to be discussing that. We're supposed to be discussing why is it that a nation that has electricity, that has oil, are suffering from getting this particular service from the government. We don't have electricity, and still yet we are suffering from this same oil that we are producing in this country. But we cherish taking our oil outside the country to go and refine and bring it back in hundreds of foods. We sell it 1 naira and then we bring it back in 6 naira. That is not in any way going to benefit Nigeria. You see what David Umahi said there. He said this particular project that they are embarking on is another means by which the economy of the country can grow. For how many months? For how many years? If these people should try and invest in the country, whereby they are bringing some of the things that they want to use to build this road, after building the roads, what then happens to our economy? We are saying that these people should come together and turn around the situation of this country. Let this country to be a productive country. We cannot just sit down on oil alone. And this oil that we are even sitting down on, we are still even stealing the oil. And you could say that there's in a month or in a year they will say that we have a low production. In another year they will say they have high production, when they are having thefts, when they are having oil thefts in Nigeria. You see, you cannot control these people that are stealing the Nigeria, that are stealing this oil, but you are telling Nigerians that you are saying that the production of this year is higher or lower than the previous year. Why won't there be fluctuation in this production? We have a whole lot of people that are stealing this oil, and you cannot even control them, but all in the name of you are there, we want to produce oil, and you are telling Nigerians that there are a whole lot of issues that are actually associated with the low production of oil. The only oil that we have, we are not even using it judiciously. The money we are getting from, the money we are generating from them, they are not using it judiciously. And you want Nigerians to believe that you are going to take this country to the next level. A whole lot of Nigerians have lost their confidence and they've lost their trust in this particular government and in this present administration, even though they have it in their mind that they never voted for the present administration in power. Even though we have some people that voted, but the large amount of people said that they never voted for this particular person in power. And that's the reason why they do not even have any hope in this present administration. Even though they are doing anything right, a whole lot of them still doubt that. At the end of the day, what they are looking for is a means by which they want to embezzle Nigerian funds. My people, share your opinion at the comment section with everything that you've just watched in this video. Let us know what you feel about everything that is going on in Nigeria. My people, don't forget to share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share it, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. And if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, do it to click the red subscription button and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trending video. See you in our next video. Bye for now.